I'll be doing some sums from the textbook DK Goodwill, which will talk about the treatment of goodwill on retirement of partners. I have already explained to you the various cases. If you have seen my last video, you might have seen that there have been the various cases have been explained where some partners may gain and some partners may sacrifice on the retirement of a particular partner. So let's watch this video where I'll show you how the sums have to be solved. Now I'll explain to you question number 8 of the textbook, and you can see in this question there are three partners L, M and N with a PSR of 4:3:2, and you can see M has retired and the new profit sharing ratio becomes 5:3. So we have over here the old profit sharing ratio as well as the new profit sharing ratio. So we'll first find the gaining ratio, and after that we'll see what is the share of the goodwill of the retiring partner and pass journal entries for that. So first let us calculate the gaining ratio. So gaining ratio is new profit sharing ratio minus old profit sharing ratio, both of which is given to us. So first we'll find for L. L's new share you can see is 5/8 and the old share was 4/9. I hope you have understood how we have got 4/9. 4 plus 3, 7 plus 2 is 9, so 4/9. Now the LCM of these two is 72. So 9 into 5 gives you 45 and 8 into 4 gives you 32. So we are left with over here 13/72. Now this next partner M has retired, so N is remaining. So over here N's share, new share is 3/8 and old share was 2/9. So again the LCM is 72. 9 3s are 27 and 8 2s are 16. So over here we are getting 11/72. Therefore the gaining ratio which we have got is 13:11. Now the next step we have to find out the goodwill of the retiring partner. Over here the retiring partner is M. So over here we are finding M share of goodwill. Please see very carefully. 1,08,000 into 3/9. That is the share. Or in simple words, 1/3. So if you cancel this, you are getting 36,000. So 36,000 is the goodwill of M. Now this 36,000 will now be divided. 36,000 will now be divided in the ratio of 13:11. So 13 plus 11 gives you 24. Now 36,000 divided by 24 gives you 1,500. Now 1,500 into 11 gives you 16,500. And 1,500 into 13 gives you 19,500. So this is what is the share of the continuing partners, that is L and N. So L and N has gained, and in what way? 13:11. So we'll pass the journal entry now, and the journal entry will be L's capital account debit, N's capital account debit to the retiring partner. Who is the retiring partner over here? Please see very carefully. To M's capital account, and we can see the amount 19,500, 16,500 and 36,000. Why we have done it? Because 36,000 was the share of the retiring partner, and the two other partners who are continuing have gained, and the gaining ratio which we have calculated is 13:11, and the journal entry is gaining partner's account is debited and the retiring partner or the sacrificing partner is credited. So this is the journal entry. L's capital account debit 19,500, N's capital account debit 16,500 to M's capital 36,000. Now we'll solve the next sum, the sum number 10. Now we'll concentrate on sum number 10 of the textbook. In this case there are 4 partners and 2 of the partners has retired. You can see over here that 4 partners A, B, C, D has a profit sharing ratio of 2:2:1:1, and 2 partners A and C has retired and the ratio of B and D is 5:3. So let us first calculate the gaining ratio and then we'll do the journal entry. Now, so we are calculating the gaining ratio. The formula is new profit sharing ratio minus old profit sharing ratio. Who are the two partners left? The first partner is B. What is B's new share? 5 by 8. What was his old share? 2 by 6. What is the LCM of 8 and 6? 24. So 24 divided by 8 gives us 3. 3 into 5 gives us 15. 24 divided by 6 gives us 4. 4 into 2 gives us 8. So over here we are having 7 by 24 for the first partner, and the next partner who is left is D, and D's new share is 3 by 8 and the old share was 1 by 6. So the LCM is 24. Again you can see 24 divided by 8 gives us 3. 3 into 3 is 9, and 24 divided by 6 is 4. So we get a 4 over here. So we are getting 5 by 24. Therefore, the gaining ratio, what we get is 7:5. This is the gaining ratio, 7:5. Now, we'll calculate the goodwill of the two retiring partners. So, what are the two retiring partners? A and C. And what is their share? 2:1. And what is the complete share? 2:2:1:1. Therefore, you can see 50% of the goodwill. Is it clear? So, A's share of goodwill, A's goodwill is how much? Let us calculate that. 90,000 into 2 by 6. Simple calculation. If you see over here, we are dividing by 3. So, we are ending up with 30,000. And that for C, you can see C's goodwill will be how much? We have 90,000 into 1 by 6. That is giving us 15,000. Is it very clear? Now you can see very carefully 30,000 and 15,000. Total we get is 45,000. Repeat again. Total we get is 45,000. Now 45,000 will be divided in the ratio of 7:5. 45,000 will be divided in the ratio of 7:5. Why? Because the gaining ratio is 7:5 and the goodwill of A and C, the two retiring partners, comes to 30,000 plus 15,000, which is 45,000. So if we divide 45,000 by 12, that is 7 plus 5, we end up getting a figure of 3,750. So we get a figure of 3,750. Now 3,750 into 7 will give us a figure of 26,250. 26,250. So the first partner 26,250, and if we again basically multiply this with 5, if we multiply this 5, 3750 multiplied by 5 gives us 18,750. 18,750. So this is the calculation which I have just now done. I hope it's very clear. First I divided it by 12 and I got 3750, and then I multiplied that by 7 to get 2650, and then I multiplied 3750 by 5 to get 18,750. So now we'll pass the journal entries for the two gaining partners and the two retiring partners, and we can see the journal entry over here. See very carefully, the journal entry will be B's capital account debit 26,250. Now the next partner is D, who is remaining and gaining also. D's capital account debit 18,750 to A's capital, A has retired, and to C's capital. Now we had actually calculated the share of A as 30,000 and share of C as 15,000, which I am writing over here 30,000 and 15,000. So I hope it's very clear. Two of the continuing partners are gaining in the ratio of 7:5, which has been shown over here. B's capital account debit 26,250, D's capital account debit 17,750, to A's capital 30,000 and to C's capital 15,000. We have calculated because A's share was 2 by 6 and C's share was 1 by 6, and the goodwill of the firm was 90,000. So this was sum number 10. After that, we'll move on to the next sum. This is question number 12 of the textbook, where you can see that there are four partners, A, B, C and D, with a profit sharing ratio of 4:3:2:1, and B has retired, and then they have decided A, C and D has decided to share the future profits equally, and the goodwill at the date of retirement is given as 3 lakh. So we'll have to find out share of goodwill of the retiring partner B, but first we have to find out the gaining ratio. Now let us find out the gaining ratio. Always write the formula, don't forget it. New profit sharing ratio minus old profit sharing ratio. Now first we'll find it for A. What is A's new share? 1 by 3. What is old share? 4 by 10. How 10? 4 plus 3, 7, 9, 10. So what is the LCM of 3 and 10? That is 30. So 30 divided by 3 gives you 10. Now 30 divided by 10 gives you 3. 3 into 4 gives you minus 12. So over here you can see it's coming to minus 2 by 30. So in this case you can see A has also sacrificed but not gained. Now let us move on to the next partner C, that is 1 by 3 minus 2 by 10. So the LCM is 30 now, 10, and you can see 30 divided by 10 gives you 3, 3 into 2 gives you 6. So it is 4 by 30, and that for D now, 1 by 3 minus 1 by 10, that is 30 again, and we have 10 minus 3, that is given us 7 by 30. Now see very carefully students that A has actually sacrificed 2 by 30, C has gained 4 by 30, D has gained 7 by 30, and if you see B's share, what was B's original share? B's original share was 3 by 10. Now if you take the denominator as 30, it will become over here obviously 9 by 30. Therefore, who are the two partners who are actually sacrificing? The two partners who are sacrificing is B and A on the retirement, and the two partners who are gaining over here is C and D. Now let us find out what will be B's share of goodwill. So the goodwill of the firm is 3 lakh. So B's share of goodwill will be calculated as 3 lakh into 3 by 10, which is giving us 90,000. Now it is very obvious that if 9 by 30 is 90,000, 2 by 30 will be 20,000. So over here A's share of goodwill will also be 20,000. Why have we calculated that? We have calculated that because these two partners will be credited and C and D will be debited. By how much? See very carefully. Over here, if 30 by 9 over here is 90,000, 4 by 30 will be 40,000, and 7 by 30 will be 70,000. It's very simple calculation. Don't have to break your head over here. Please understand, 9 by 30 is 90,000. So therefore, 4 by 30 will be 40,000, 7 by 30 will be 70,000, and we've already calculated 2 by 30. Now let us pass the journal entry. The journal entry will be the gaining partner's account will be debited and the sacrificing partner's account will be credited. Over here, see on the retirement of B, A has also sacrificed. Now let us pass the journal entry. The journal entry sees capital account debit, D's capital account debit to A's capital account to B's capital account who had actually retired. To B's capital account, B had actually retired. And we have calculated the figures very carefully. 40,000 for C, 70,000 for D, 20,000 for A, and 90,000 for B, because B is the retiring partner and we have calculated B share first. On the basis of B share, we have calculated the share of all the other partners. Please concentrate over here. C and D are the gaining partners, and on retirement, not only B but A also is getting a benefit of the goodwill from the gaining partners. So this was sum number 10, sum number 12, which I have solved. So we have solved three sums, that is 8, 10 and 12, rest of which you are supposed to do it. I'll be giving you more problems, don't worry about it. Keep watching my channel. I'll come up with more sums next class.